Superfood Evolution presents Cultured Kombucha Tea and its Health Benefits. Kombucha is a fermented mushroom tea that is a nutrient-rich tonic as well as a refreshing beverage drink. It is cultured from a thick gelatinous mat that rests inside a jar of liquid, a blend of tea and sweetener. This mushroom culture is not technically a mushroom, but a round, firm, jelly-like structure called a Scoby or mushroom mother, a membrane of beneficial yeasts and bacteria. As it feeds off of the caffeine and sugar, it creates a sour drink packed with B vitamins, enzymes, probiotics, and antioxidants. When it is completely fermented, there is little caffeine or sugar content remaining in the tea. The Scoby floats on top of the jar where it continues to grow and eventually produces another layer. After it doubles in size, it can be peeled apart to create two mushroom cultures. These new layers can be used again to make more gallons of fermented tea. The fermentation process takes between 10 to 14 days, and the end result produces a slightly fizzy, tangy, vinegar-like drink that is best when served chilled. We first began making and drinking kombucha in the early 90s. Back then, there were no commercial brands available. Homemade versions were the only options. Today, it is widely available and produced on a large scale by many companies. The brand GT's was one of the very first mushroom tea products sold in the US, retailing more than 1 million bottles in 2009 and has quadrupled sales since then. If you are new to this beverage, give it a try in small doses. We have noticed that it does not agree with some people, so it is important to test it first and see how it works with your individual constitution. Kombucha is neither a panacea nor a peril. Like any ferment, it contains unique metabolic byproducts and living bacterial cultures that may or may not agree with you. Sandor Katz. Historical notes about kombucha. The fermented drink is believed to have originated in Manchuria or China, where the mushroom is referred to as haumo or jiaomu. It became a rather well-known health drink in the 1950s and 60s among the Chinese population and was made homemade in large quantities. In the early 1900s, it made its way to eastern Russia, where it was called change grib or change kvass, and further spread throughout Europe and Germany. What is kombucha Scoby or mushroom? The Scoby or mushroom culture contains bacteria and strains of yeast that allow for the fermentation of the sweetened tea blend. However, not all cultures include the exact same varieties or amounts. The following yeasts and bacteria may be present in kombucha. The first two are unique to kombucha. Although there are some possible differences from one Scoby to another, they all produce gluconic acid and acetic acid necessary for creating a probiotic-rich beverage high in various nutrients and vitamins. Does kombucha contain alcohol? Kombucha can actually contain trace amounts of alcohol, so beware of that if you don't consume it. The alcohol content depends on the length of fermentation time and other factors. Often this is what adds to its effervescent quality, offering a delivery vehicle for its medicinal and tonic effects. When traditionally brewed and perfectly ripe, it does naturally have some alcohol, which can range between 0.3% and 2.5%. Most homemade recipes are low to mid-range of this spectrum, but can increase substantially when fermented too long. All commercial brands are now required to state if the alcohol content is above or below 0.5% and are actually categorized as an alcoholic beverage if it is above the legal limit of 0.5%. Some companies like GT's offer both non-alcohol below the legal limit and alcoholic versions to satisfy a range of consumer taste buds and preferences. It is important to keep in mind that most all fermented foods and drinks do naturally produce and contain trace amounts of alcohol. Most mushroom tea drinks are labeled accordingly. Due to natural fermentation, this product may contain trace amounts of alcohol. Contains less than 0.5% by volume. Must be 21 years of age to buy this product, as it may contain over 0.5% alcohol. Kombucha benefits and medicinal properties. Can enhance digestion and boost energy. Because this fermented drink is full of live active enzymes, it is an excellent digestive aid that can help break down the foods we eat and more efficiently convert them to energy. Many people today could use more enzymes in their diet, especially those who consume high amounts of cooked foods, dairy, and animal proteins. Our digestive functions naturally provide saliva and digestive enzymes, but over time eating foods low in enzymes reduces one's own digestive enzyme reserves. Consuming raw living foods, as well as fermented foods like sauerkraut, kombucha, and miso, can be a valuable asset to overall health and helpful for processing the leftover waste material that can result from an enzyme-less diet. A probiotic-rich super drink. Another great benefit to drinking a cold, refreshing glass of mushroom tea is that you are taking in billions of tiny probiotic microbes beneficial to a balanced intestinal ecosystem. These microorganisms are produced as a byproduct of the culturing process. Additionally, kombucha is an alkaline-forming food and helps to ensure acid-alkaline balance in the body by promoting tissue and blood alkalinity. Kombucha may include any of these probiotic organisms. High in B vitamins. The cultured mushroom tea is the perfect non-caffeinated energy drink that can be a great alternative to sodas, tea, or coffee. It contains a number of nutritious elements including amino acids, polyphenols, vitamin C, and is known to be high in B vitamins. B vitamins are natural energy boosters, and the average kombucha drink contains close to 20% B2, B6, B1, B3, B12, and folic acid per serving. Adequate intake of B vitamins is known to reduce anxiety and depression, as well as increase cognitive functions. Known to benefit immune system. One of kombucha's claims to fame is that it helps to increase immune health. This is in part due to the enzymes, nutrients, and friendly microbes present, but also because it is quite high in various antioxidants which naturally benefit the immune system. These antioxidants include EGCG and vitamin C, in addition to the organic antimicrobial acids glucuronic acid, lactic acid, and acetic acid. Moreover, drinking and eating food high in enzymes also helps to substantially increase immune response and counteract the immune-lowering side effects of denatured prepackaged foods and chemical ingredients. Helps with detoxification. The drink is a known detoxification aid for its effects on the digestive system, which helps to release the burden on the liver. The cultured beverage also contains the ingredient called glucuronic acid. It is this compound that binds with toxins in the body and safely eliminates them. Many health experts believe that the detox components of the drink are helpful for such conditions as arthritis, joint ailments, and gout. Does kombucha contain caffeine or sugar? Many people who drink kombucha are often concerned that they are taking in the caffeine and sugar content that is used to ferment it. It is popular opinion, however, that virtually all the sugar and caffeine used to make it are consumed and transformed by the mushroom culture. That is to say, the culture eats the sugar and caffeine present in the beginning stages of the brewing process and usually leaves little in the end product when appropriately ripe. When home brewing your own, this is between 10 to 12 days, or when it is slightly vinegar-like in taste but not overly so. There are, however, some people who say that there are trace amounts of sugar and caffeine at the end stages. If this is a concern for you, other alternatives might be incorporated. For example, using other natural sweeteners like honey or coconut sugar and replacing the black tea with green tea or yerba mate. Make your own kombucha tea. Making kombucha is similar to the process used to make other ferments like vinegar, jung, and kvass. The tea is relatively easy to make once you get down a few basics. All you need to start your own is a glass jar, caffeinated tea, sugar, cultured kombucha derived from a raw commercial brand. This will act as a culture starter and reproduce another mushroom. Where can you buy it? You can find commercial brands, there are quite a few now, at most health food stores and even some larger chain markets. We always recommend buying high quality, raw, organic kombucha as the next best option to making your own homemade version. Thanks for watching, and for more fermented foods, visit superfoodsforsuperhealth.com. As always, we'd appreciate a thumbs up if you found this video useful.